we've had a total of 11 games, and then everybody's had at least 3 downtime sessions. So
I think I've
that
only had two,
oh, okay.
but
So everybody's had at least 2. So that is also an additional 15 experience. So that's 77 plus 15 is what? I can't do math right now.
I think I've only
80.
had one.
Really? I thought I did.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
I honestly think I may have miscounted my XP somewhere, but I don't think I miscounted by that much.
Well, if you're under or over, it's your fault because you should have prepared for this fight.
It looks about right.
Can I spend that 10 experience on Dominate 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally do that.
So you all get a week to prepare, to gather evidence, to gather testimony against greed. While this is happening, MB is training you, Valen, to conduct the rite of monomacy. She's basically teaching you the basics of Riete. And so, but by the way, how was Gen Con? Was Gen Con awesome? Did you finally pick up a physical copy of the book or no? You're muted, by the way. I don't know why you keep on getting muted.
Did not go.
You didn't go?
No, there was a huge misunderstanding on both mine and Airho's part, and we thought that Gen Con was still in Lake Geneva in Milwaukee. And it turns out it's in Indianapolis, which is 5 hours away from us, and I don't have any ID right now, so I can't fly there. I can't drive for 4 hours because I get car sick.
Ouch. Oh, man, that sucks. Well, I heard there was a lot of good stuff. There's like they got the original creator, one of the original developers of Vampire the Masquerade. He officially joined the team. Great stuff coming out of White Wolf. Also, much like in the same spirit of what's it called, the Dungeon and Dragon Insider, White Wolf has launched their character creation platform, which is worlddarkness.com. It's actually really cool.
Cool.
I tested out. I made a few characters from this campaign over to that just to see how it matches up. I still prefer Roll20 personally, but the biggest thing that I think Evan and Derek, you might like, is that they have a LARP like sort of section now. So you know how we had to use the like grapevine and we had to use like the paper sheets and shit. Now we can just...
Evan didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, but we have like a digital... There's like a digital format that you could just upload. So it's like, oh, character check-in. I could just go like and just hold up my cell phone and they can just look at it.
What?
So
that's cool.
It's LARPy nerdy stuff. I love LARP. I
have never gotten to LARP, and I wish that I had. I never had any opportunities to. I'm super bummed out by it. It sucks.
I'm sure somebody there's like some kind of chapter going on over in your area.
No, there's nothing. There's not even fucking poker games around here. Like, there's nothing. I'm in the middle. I don't think you understand. There's a cornfield literally right there. Like, I am in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. Well, I guess that's a blessing and burden living 2 hours outside of Los Angeles. I have like all these culture centers around me in California that I can just go like, wee.
Must be nice.
So you get a point, put in under backgrounds. You get a dot of rituals. If you want to look up the rituals you have, it is on page... Where is the others? No, not storytelling. Where is these rituals at? Not the apex. Oh, there it is. Yep. So it would be on page 507. So you have... Basically, you have the base Arcturus Rietes. Arcturus Rietes are basically the generic, it's like the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, the confessional, Hail Marys. It's the Sabbat version of all those.
Sorry, what page was that?
507.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
Page 507 is rituals?
Yeah, so these are the rituals you have.
Okay.
You have Monomacy. You have the Sermon of Cain.
Sermon of Cain.
And you have Game of Instincts.
Wait, Sermon... I can't spell some fucking... Game of Instincts. Okay, I'm gonna start reading those right now.
Yeah. Game of Instinct, I can basically sum up what all of them are. Game of Instinct is basically you can create a challenge to test your brothers and sisters of Sabbat, and you could give them temporary bonuses if they complete set task. So there's like, you can play like extreme hide and go seek, which is like one vampire hides and the entire pack has to find the one vampire, and whoever wins gets the prize. My personal favorite, and this is something that I created, it's called Build a Title. It's based off of one of my favorite podcasts. All the Sabbat, they always build these like, I am Dimitri, the slayer of the Camarilla of the Ninth Circle. They always build these titles up. And so you could build a title of your character. So you could be like, I am David Cooper of the Abyss Knight, slayer of the Camarilla, badass of Kern County, and you could give buffs to them. There's all sorts of crazy shit you could do. As well as you have the monomacy, which is very important. That's going to be conducted tonight. Basically, you and the pack priest of the 7 meet. You negotiate what terms the monomacy is going to be held. So if it's to the death, if it's for strike, if there's like a wager, you basically have to negotiate the terms, and then both parties have to agree. Usually, if you want to do a generic monomacy, it's just a challenge duel to the death. But there have been times where you can choose an arbiter, which is like, oh, I choose somebody to fight for me because I'm not a fighter. So I have an arbiter who is in my place. He will fight for me. Or if I'm not smart enough, it's like if it's like a ritual, spiritualistic like showdown, you choose like the spiritualist of your pack and he's your arbiter. It all varies. And then finally, the Sermon of Cain is basically like when you gather all of the Cainites together and you kind of give like a opening speech. It's kind of like a keynote speak. You're like, we are gathered here because we're here to kick ass and take names. Here, take this blood. And oh, yes, you know Vinniculum too. The Variete Valdery. That's like a generic one too that you get. But why is it not in here? Sermon of Cain, Wild Party, Monomacy, Blood Feast. Is it Blood Feast? No, it's not Blood Feast.
I'm muted. Okay, I was gonna say we have Vinniculum anyways from doing it together.
Yeah, but it's I guess that is just part of the Variete that you have. Yeah, you can't mix a bunch of Variete in a paper cup and have Valderies. Yeah, so it literally says you can't just mix a bunch of Variete in a paper cup and have Valdery.
Which is pretty much what we did. Didn't we use like a red solo cup?
Yeah, but we messed it up, which is why everyone loves Dustin.
That's why everybody loves Dustin.
No one cares about anyone else.
My character does not know that though. She thinks that she cares about you guys more. Kind of placebo effect is happening with her, but it really is happening with Dustin.
So how do you guys gather evidence against greed? For the first of all, how are you negotiating? So Lust is around a lot because she's the pack priest of the 7, and she's like at the club.
Is it Lust or Envy?
It's Lust. Lust is the pack priest. Envy.
Does she have a copy of the Book of Nod actually, or is she one of those people that kind of embraces the spirit of the Book of Nod?
So saying you have a copy of the Book of Nod is like saying you have the original Dead Sea Scrolls.
Exactly why I'm asking.
So she has pieces. She has original parchment given to the citizens of the second, because the Book of Nod was like the Bible back in the Second City. So she has like pieces of paper, parchment that has some sort of written dead language written on it that is apparently the original Book of Nod that was handed out. But there's no like original Book of Nod. Even like hardcore Nodists who are like devote their whole lives to the devotion of study of Cain. Even they have trouble finding like that hidden lore. But there is like a mass copy of like what is the Book of Nod, like people who have like collected all the stories and written it down, and if you pass it along each other, it's like it's not the genuine version of the Book of Nod, but it's just like a collection of stories that could originate from the Book of Nod, but you don't know because it's not a legitimate copy of the Book of Nod. So she claims she has actual text of the Book of Nod, but she has a collection, like she has a Bible, like a leather-bound book that she carries that is like the scripture of the Sword of Cain with passages from the Book of Nod that are, you know, older than the Sabbat itself. But that's what the Sabbat's whole founding is based on, is that there was a time where Canaanites ruled over mankind, and so that's what the Sabbat's whole premise is, like, hey, we were in charge once, so we should do that again. We don't have to hide from fucking mortals. They worshipped us like gods. And so that's like the whole founding of the Sabbat, basically. And, you know, to fucking drink elders. That was also their other reasoning, too. So, yeah. So Lust is there, kind of negotiating with you. So you're, like, completely busy, Valen. Like, you have no time to gather evidence. You're just being taught, like, firsthand, like, the sermons of Cain, the Riate. But what about Deck and Cooper? How are you gathering evidence? How are you... Or are you just going to train for the fight and just skip out on the inquisitorial judgment?
Well, if we win the inquisitorial judgment, do we even need to have a fight? Like, he just gets, like, executed, right?
Maybe. You don't know. It all depends on the inquisitorial judge, which apparently Pride has inquisitorial status, or he has, like, he knows how to perform the inquisitorial rites.
So does a vampire legal society have no such thing as a conflict of interest?
It depends. So if you are an infernal, if you are found infernal, then you are no longer a member of the Sabbat. So therefore, you are no longer bound by the rights of the Sabbat. So technically speaking, yeah, if you find proof of him being an infernal, then
we can just kill him together.
Then you could just kill him. Yeah, exactly. However, he does have Vinniculum, and he does have allies, and so that it just all depends. Like, you know, if you found out Deck was infernal this entire time and he was working for a demon, would you just automatically just be like, I'm gonna just kill you?
No.
So there you go.
Okay.
That's why
by the rules of the Inquisition, you actually should be killing me.
Yeah. But I care about you more than I do the Sabbat, so...
Oh, but you're also breaking in a tendency to Sabbat. You can't put.
I also don't care about that.
You can't put your personal needs over the needs of the Sabbat.
I only publicly care about the Sabbat because it's beneficial to do so.
Oh, you're just
my
being
character doesn't care at all about the, like, faith stuff.
Oh, you're making Lust so proud. So proud. You're just being a typical Lasombra. I don't care about the Sabbat.
Wasn't she an ultra conservative?
Yeah, but it's might makes right with the ultra conservative. She's right. The Lasombra are right. The Lasombra are right. We should rule.
Well, it was might makes right until she lost.
Yeah, she lost, but she was a privileged vampire to begin with. So even though she was technically supposed to be killed for betraying the sect, she still wasn't killed for betraying the sect.
All right. Deck, any advice on how to prepare? I don't think a Rocky montage is going to help here.
Take it to the limit.
On what level?
Like, do you think I should train, or do you think I should go after, like, evidence?
Well, if you don't want to be possibly killed or banished from the Sabbat, then you should probably find evidence.
All right. Do you want to come with me to the old Native American sites outside the city? I think with my magic tattoo, I have a chance of finding something useful.
You're asking somebody not very spiritual to help you find something spiritual.
Well, mainly in case there's anything out there that would attack me. Physically speaking.
Okay, you want me to be the wall? All right.
Just a bodyguard, basically.
Well, I am a wall.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't mind being called
you can
it.
have Deck be your arbiter if you choose so. But that's
So I declared Deck a champion.
yeah, but that's kind of looked down on because you're not, you don't have any status, like you're a Ductus. You don't have any like real status in the Sabbat, and you're freshly made. So being like, I choose Deck to be my arbiter is like, it's like, wow, you're being a bitch.
Yeah, I can't do that, especially because...
Yes, you can. Sure you can. Being a bitch is always an option, because survival. Be the bitch.
But then
Be
Deck
the
takes
living
all,
bitch.
but Deck takes
so to
all
speak.
of the punishment.
Yeah,
Is that including... So if Deck loses the Monomacy,
He
nothing
dies.
bad happens to me.
Nothing bad happens to you.
Nope,
Okay,
it all
cool.
happens to me.
It all happens to him.
That means if you were supposed to be put to death, I'd be put to death.
Yep.
Looking like a really
Valen.
good option now, isn't it? Don't you dare.
No, I'm not
motherfucker.
declaring you a champion. I need you to tell me what can Greed do, like combat-wise.
I have never seen him in combat. The only time I've seen him is when he's locked me in a room and tortured me.
Can he like pop into the spirit world and attack me from there?
I don't know.
Okay.
He was a terrible teacher when it came to the set. I know that he can go to the spiritual. He's removed his heart, so you can't kill him. Actually,
I mean, I can kill him. I just can't.
find his heart
Paralyze
and kill
him.
him.
What if you can make this a psychological thing? Maybe you can actually piss him off to the point that he just explodes and reveals whatever he's got.
Dustin kind of chimes on. It's like, you know, I'm not the brightest bunch of y'all, but that just sounds stupid to me.
Dustin, you are not the brightest of us, but you certainly are the prettiest.
So who gets to decide if it's a game of skill or like straight up fight?
Well,
Who
that
decides
all depends on how smooth things Valen, cooperates, I guess, because she's the mediator of the monomacy.
Oh, well then, lucky for you.
Oh wait,
Cooper?
so could we? Okay, how much can we rig it? Like, how good is Greed at investigating things? Can we have a private detective face-off? And then I'll just win because I'm a private detective and he's not.
You can't make things black and white like that. Although, this is out of character, there was a time where there was like, who was the best fucking Cathar in the room? And it was like literally these three people I fucking hate, Peaches, Steven, and Philip, and they're like, oh, we win automatically. And it was like, they won Monomacy, and like 2 people got killed in front of us, and it was like, why? Because they were the only Cathars in the fucking room. That's how stupid Monomacy can get sometimes.
Well,
Okay, so wait, can we just make it a fight? Who's the
Can we
best
just make it-
Lasombra?
No, can't we just make it who has the best table manners and watch Greed fucking lose? Like, he's a piece of shit gangster. Just make it something where it requires high society and he loses.
What, we have like a tea party and someone judges us?
Yes, I'm serious, dude. Like an ancient Chinese fucking tea party where you line up the strings and shit so all the teacups are in like the right order. He wouldn't know what the fuck to do. He's
Yeah,
dumb.
but neither do I.
Well,
I don't
then,
know how to have an ancient Chinese tea ceremony.
okay, well, any kind of intellectual thing, we could just rig. We could have a spelling contest
Okay,
and you could win. Like,
so
A
Envy-
trivia game show.
Envy kind of because Envy's there. She's like, I could help listening to your nonsense in the other room.
sorry.
And she kind of steps in and she's like, look, does it mean that I haven't seen bizarre and one-sided monomacies before, but this is my pact we're talking about. And you have to negotiate with not only me and Lust, we all have to compromise on the final deal. That's why typically monomacy is restricted default to the death, because nobody can ever agree unless you want to game the system. And please, she looks at all of you. Do you want to game the system with me and Lust?
I sheepishly look down.
I've literally seen castles and empires fall. Do you think a detective winning contest is something I would allow?
What about like
What
a
if
spelling
it's
contest?
to find an interesting historical fact about a city or castle falling?
I literally saw. That's aging myself a little bit. I won't say that.
Do you
I'm
really
gonna
think we
say
care?
over 21.
I literally saw the Black Plague kill thousands upon thousands of people.
That was a long time ago.
Like 700 years.
Wow.
Do you think this little... And we used to hold real monomacy back then. Before monomacy was even a thing. We used to hold duels, waging wars, thousands of lives on our backs. And
I
all
know, I've watched Game of Thrones.
all you've had to worry about is you and yourself and I. And Green.
I do my absolute best not to burst out laughing at the Game of Thrones comment.
Oh,
Oh, I'll get that. Don't worry, Jessica.
The whole idea of this whole renaissance of you were actually there in the Dark Ages. It sucked.
I can imagine.
Oh, but you children romanticizing these fantasies. No. How about walking in the street where there was literally piles of shit building up? Literally piles of shit building up. And that was in the glorious of Vienna. There was literally piles of shit on the ground.
The only pile of shit that's around here now is Greed, and I want to figure out how to deal with him.
Dear, he is my packmate. Don't speak ill of him.
He
your maker.
is a giant piece of shit. I'm sorry.
He may be.
You're sorry for that?
No, it's just the right thing to say, Deck. It's a social thing.
It's a
I'm not
euphemism.
sorry. Yes,
So,
but he is.
so
And
you,
he's making pacts with demons, and I just need to prove it.
She gets really upset when you say that. She's like, the
Okay,
Sabbat
let's
is
stop
about
saying
freedom. And Greed would never sacrifice his freedom.
Let's stop saying things we have no proof about.
Okay.
It sounds like we're not going to compromise on anything short of just a regular fight to the death. So let's just go with a regular fight to the death.
Well, then you better run for your life. Creed is experienced.
Yeah, I'll just summon it. Can he see through an orb of darkness?
Yes.
Not.
Can you tell us about Greed? You're his pact member. You've said that several times. Is it considered cheating if you tell us?
She doesn't do like the blob like body movement. She just kind of creepily like gets close to you and like gives like this hug, and she's like, "Well, what do I get in return?"
She hugging me or Cooper?
Hugging you.
Anything you want.
Anything.
Oh,
As
God,
she like
don't offer that.
starts to lick the side of your face.
Do not offer that.
Yeah,
No
that's how
offense,
much
inmate,
my
but-
character hates Greed. Anything for Cooper to win this.
Anything.
My character's really dumb. Anything.
You're making a
I give
big
you
mistake.
the biggest, what are you doing look.
Ooh,
Saving your life. You're
anything.
welcome.
You're making a very big mistake.
Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with you.
I can't bear to see Cooper die. He's like a little brother to me.
I will be fine. I know how to fight.
I haven't had much this fun in a long time. I'm not allowed to. I only have Gluttony to play with, but maybe I could try some new things with you.
I feel my immortal soul shudder. And
I just kind of mouthed you behind her back. Say no. I'm fine.
maybe we should. I'm a little flustered right now. I need to eat.
Well, I'm very frustrated. So, I mean, you could only screw perfection for so long.
I know where I need to go. You two work this out. Do you want to come with me, Deck?
And trying to get lust off is just a pain in the ass.
Oh, if you're
Yeah,
talking
fine.
sex, I can help you out, honey. I got girls for days.
No, I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about pleasure. As her hands morph into like all these blades and bone spurs and like all sorts of just tools of just defilements.
You
we
were
should
just
probably leave.
Yeah, we're
so
leaving. Bye.
bye. I kind of look angrily at the door as I'm waving. Have
We're
fun with
going
that,
to-
boys.
X place, which is like these caves outside of town.
Do I go to the? I used Astral's sight before they leave. Does my panther thing stay with me?
Yep, it stays with you.
Can I? Is there any way? I use Astral Can. Is there any way I could convince you to go with them, or are you bound to me? I'm sorry. I have no idea how to talk to you still. You seem to hate me. I don't hate you.
I don't hate you.
Okay, I know that you're not happy about being bound to me, and if there's any way that I could set you free so that you could do all of the things that you want to do, I would do that for you.
I feed off you.
Oh. Can I give you like an extra supper if you watch my friends?
I am not bound to them.
Okay. Okay, good luck, guys.
You're stupid.
I know. You're a cat.
I'm a
So
panther.
can I
Or a
make pact with
jaguar.
you?
I'm the
Like,
spirit.
can I counter out one dark pack with another dark pack?
You're like, I need more power. How do I get more power?
Is that against the tenets of the Sabbat? If I make a pact with the shade instead of
Well, that's the thing. The Sabbat has questioned morality, and the Sombra are like, the Abyss is like Cub Scout honor. It's so good. But there are other people in the Sabbat's like, no, that shit's fucking evil. But they can't say it, because if they say it, then the Lasombra go, how dare you?
I'll go find Abel. I'll make a pact with him. And I'll have Cade and Abel on my side.
You have to go to Shadowlands to find Abel.
Oh, is he not in the Abyss?
No.
Okay, excuse me for getting confused between the Umbra, the Penumbra, the Abyss, and the Shadowlands.
And you're forgetting the High Umbra, you're forgetting the Wolflands, you're forgetting Arcadia, you're forgetting the Shadowlands, you're forgetting... There's another Umbra that I don't really remember.
Sigil of Doors. Wait, wrong game.
Right, hey, I love Sigil. Sigil's like the best. If I couldn't play in a Ravenloft or Dark Suns game, I would play in a Sigil game.
Yep.
Oh, I go to a coffee shop. There's an angel and a demon having coffee. Because their Tinder app told them that they were matched for each other.
Dustin, go and keep an eye on them.
All right. I mean, they're going to Kern River Valley. That's not a really good spot to go. Just saying.
Can you go tell them that, please?
Yeah, well, I'm going to go with them, but I'm just saying that's not really like... If he plans on going into Tatch Mountains, Kern River Valley, then there's some crazy spooky shit up there. So he's like, hey, yo, wait up. And he just like runs over to you guys.
Oh, by the way, also, I drink a lot of blood from Valen's feed, so I can heal the ag I took last game.
Okay.
There's only 2 ag, so I should be able to heal it.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
So you heal it. It's fine. It's
Alright.
10 blood. So your guys' herd is big enough to where you have like, I think a 30 blood pool. And then
I can also just go mind control random people.
Exactly.
If I need more blood.
So it's a whole Dominate's so great. Dustin kind of stops you before you get in the car. He's like, yo, hey, you're going to those caves, right, in Kern River Valley?
Yeah, it's the only place I can think of where we might find proof.
Well, there's some spooky shit up there. And lupine.
Werewolves?
Yeah, but I could speak their language.
Do they not just speak English?
Sort of, kind of. I mean, they can speak English if they want to speak English to you, but sometimes they don't want to speak English. They just speak in RAR.
Oh, wait. Wait. 1 sec. I need to go back inside. I did ask Valen a question. I hurry back inside. Valen,
What?
Does Greed live with the rest of the 7?
I've
does he live on his own?
I think he lives on his own. The only time I've ever seen him stay in one place is after him, Wrath, and I party together. That's what we should do before the fight.
And we should go to his house, yeah.
Well, we should also offer to get him really fucked up. I mean, he's never said no to a good party, and if he's too hungover to fight, you'll have a good advantage.
Oh, I wouldn't allow him to do that, dear.
You are just the worst, you know that?
I am so much older than you.
Like,
I'm going to eat you all up.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Why?
not
She's
take my
already
gold.
surrendering to me. I could be persuaded.
Only if you help Cooper win. Only if Cooper wins.
I can't, out of the best interest of the Riete, just forfeit my packmate's life. But I could be swayed to add stipulations upon greed that you and I can agree to.
Okay, what does that mean? What kind of stipulations?
Like
No powers.
maybe.
Oh god, wait, then he's just gonna beat me. I don't know how to win a fist fight.
Deck could teach you how to win a fist fight. He's really good with his hands. Do you see him knock that dude out?
I can make him limit the use of his thaumaturgy. I can strip a sense from him because of the experience gaps between you two. So it's not in a
See, this is what I'm talking about.
But you'd have to surrender to me.
We're already risking me. We don't
As
need
she
to
like,
risk multiple
she's just
members
like
of our pack.
slowly like hugs you from behind and like gropes you.
Listen, I'm sure there's nothing worse that she could do to me that Scott hasn't already made me endure. It'll just be a little bit more fun. Maybe I'll learn something.
But
she's an immortal vampire. I'm assuming she can think of way worse things.
Okay, she sticks her tongue in your ear, and then it goes deeper and deeper and deeper.
Envy, stop. We haven't agreed on anything yet.
Okay, you know what? No. Fuck this!
Valen, it's
I
not
fucking
worth
hate
it.
vampires,
We'll
and I
figure
go
it
and
out.
kick over a few chairs, and I hate
I like it when they struggle. Oh, I like it when they struggle.
Valen throws a little
And-
temper tantrum.
And there's that final moment, that
Envy,
pure
stop.
ecstasy of bliss and brokenness when you just encompass in your whole desire.
Envy, get out of my club.
No. Make me.
Am I the same Jin as her? I'm assuming she's probably a higher Jin. So I probably just can't dominate her.
Make me. Be
He's
a
not messing with my
be
stuff.
a
I don't
big
care.
bad Sabbat and make me.
Orb of darkness around her.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's not going to scare her,
No.
but
No.
that's the start.
Hold on. She's going to cyclically assault you in your head.
No. I will declare monomacy over all this shit right now if you don't stop.
I don't think you could just say a word of anonymity.
Yes,
Right now, we're just two people essentially punching each other.
not even
But,
though.
like, we're doing advanced punching by vampire
Advanced
standards.
punching.
God damn it.
Hold on. Need to see the roll real quick. This is
What is
not-
it? Is this Envy? This is Envy, right?
Yep.
Envy, if you break anything in the club, you have to fix it.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, she does, because this is our place, and she has to show honor to it, I say.
Yeah, but I told her to get out, and she wouldn't. So, like, clearly she doesn't care.
Damn it,
Yeah,
you
sure.
are making a mockery of the Sabbat right now by not
I
respecting.
also just put her in Orb of Darkness. She can't hear you.
God damn it.
Yep. You definitely can't hear you. Definitely cannot hear anything.
You want to get into a fist fight right before you get into a fist fight, Cooper?
Well, you know, gotta stand up for yourself as a vampire.
What is your willpower?
6.
Okay.
Sometimes you just
I
gotta
should-
know when to placate people.
Admittedly, I'm getting real tired of getting pushed around. I also think I'm about to die, so, like, who cares?
So, the only way I could describe the feeling you're feeling right now.
Is that
You used
6
the wrong
successes or
symbol
3
again.
successes?
I did.
Oh.
Did I?
Yes.
I did. Aw. Ah, damn it! I did. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I did. Oh,
yes.
I did. Shut up. Okay, so I did. So what? You want to fight? You want to fight about it?
Fuck that
Fight
guy.
me, bro.
We're already fighting, bros.
You want to fight me, bro?
Bros.
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna fix this right now.
You just need to flip the
The symbol, I know. I'm
Yeah.
fixing it right now. I'm the fucking storyteller here. You don't tell me what to do. I'm the fucking goddamn storyteller here.
It's fucking players. This is what we do. Is make your life miserable.
Okay.
Take all your nicely crafted plans and fuck them.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 successes.
On.
Did she just kill me? Because I'm pretty sure that's against the rules of the Sabbat.
Yeah.
She can hold back.
Roll your willpower.
Good luck.
Okay. Difficulties?
7s.
Yeah, I really should have bought my willpower a while ago.
Oh.
I didn't
That's
botch. No, I got one success that was taken.
He got one
Oh
success.
yeah.
So,
I don't think we've had a botch in this campaign yet on the player side.
have you
Yeah, we have.
seen
We had a botch on knowledge. That's
Have
why
you
guys
seen
thought-
Hellraiser?
No.
None of the
I don't watch horror
Hellraisers?
movies.
God damn. Okay. So you feel like your skin is being peeled off by mental hooks and your heart is exposed and like your eyes are being plucked by 1,000 needles and like
So
you're
just,
just
horrific torture.
just horrific torture and you go unconscious. He's just
Okay.
he's just like his eyes roll back, blood splurts out of his ears, and he just falls to the ground.
And my little orb of darkness goes away.
Yeah, it goes away.
Do I not actually take any damage,
Nope,
though?
you take no damage.
Okay.
She walks over to you. You're gonna have to do this tomorrow. Because he's mine.
What do you mean he's yours?
She just goes and she's like goes down into the basement and then locks the door.
No fucking way! I start big deck.
Yep.
She's gonna ruin him. We can't just let this happen.
Wait, did she pick me up, or did she
Yeah,
just leave me out there?
No, she picks you up and she goes into the basement.
Whoa. The moment she went into the basement, now I gotta get involved.
Okay, your bike's
No,
down
that's
there. Yeah, your
my
bike's down there.
that's my personal space, and you don't enter my fucking personal space.
Don't forget we have a secret door over here. Remember to get downstairs, even if she locked it. I go to the stage door that goes downstairs.
You have a secret door into my personal space.
That's so that we can
It's
get
the
in there
emergen-
in case something like this happens.
It's also like a backup hiding spot.
Yeah, it is like the backup hiding spot.
We've never
All right.
used it.
We've never used it.
That I know of.
I go in
No,
there
we
and
just
I
saw
watch
it on YouTube
you
cameras.
at night.
Let's just go.
So
Come on.
you see her
Yeah.
So you see her stripping Evan's character and she's like,
If
"What?"
anybody's stripping anyone in this place, it's me. It's my club. No getting naked without my permission.
He's mine.
He's mine.
You're in my room.
Is the Lust not upset that other people say that I belong to them? Isn't Lust also protective
Nope,
of her property?
Lust is like you're being a flaming huge disappointment. You picked the wrong fight. She's like, you picked the wrong fight. I'm just saying.
Lust, we have more important things to do. Like learn about Cain and monomacy.
Yeah, I can
And-
teach you that, and Envy can have her fun.
And the Sermon of Cain and the Game of Instincts.
Mhm,
And can I do anything to try and convince her to stop, like, a roll?
This is the thing, love. You all of you. Pride has given you this idea of the Sabbat that we're all chummy chum and we're all brothers and sisters and we're all here to fight the good fight. But this is really what the Sabbat is. If you're not strong enough, if you cannot keep up, we will kill you, but don't stand in our way. So, if you don't want your friend to be violated in so many ways, then do something about it.
You fucking bitch.
So, looks at you, Deck. If you don't want her, it, and your personal space, then do something about it. If
Can I use
not,
presence on her?
I guess. Sure.
I really don't recommend it.
I'm
She's probably
going
got
to.
like Dominate 5.
She's taunting me, and she said do something about
Yeah.
it, and it's the strongest thing that my character can do. So
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to use presence on her.
Okay.
Fuck this bitch.
Nothing in the Code of Milan says that I can go into your little private hole and make it into a fuck dumpster.
No, but what you're doing is actually interfering with the pre-monomacy,
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
which could actually completely alter the outcome.
Okay, Derek, give me a charisma
Oh God, I'm failing this one already.
charisma expression.
mean,
Because
it's not
you
So
do
skill
two
in
dice.
this
So
game?
two dice
you do
and no
you-
skill.
You do bring up a good point in that matter.
Just wake me up. I'll just go to the abyss, and then Envy can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. Difficulties?
Sixes. You actually did bring up a valid good point.
God damn it.
Enchanting,
Something messed up here. Oh, there it is. Okay.
enchanting voice.
And oh my God, I got
Wow.
two.
So she's
All right,
like-
hey.
Huh. She like there's a little bit of like a cartoon that's playing in her head, like the Steamboat Willie of like Envy's past playmates, and she's like she shivers, she's like she just like sinks in into the ground, and then you hear like this, what? No!
What did you do?
I think I broke her.
And then like you see like the darkness ooze up again.
I think you won.
And then you see Evan's naked body as he's like just dumps it right in front of you.
I try to wake him up. Yo, Evan, Cooper.
Do I wake up?
Nope.
Just give me blood. It's like the kind of go-to way.
Yeah, I drop blood in his mouth.
You're down a permanent willpower.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, is that because the mental fuckery?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So you
Okay.
saw the most horrific, like you can't even, you know, have you seen the show Supernatural?
Nope.
Yeah, parts of it.
Don't scratch at the wall.
Just like don't think about it.
Just don't scratch at the wall in your mind that you just witnessed, that you saw this horrific hell inside of you.
I probably kind of like bolt upright, like oh god.
Yeah, you just like
I draw shadows around me so that I'm like dressed essentially.
Mhm.
The bruiser
Thanks.
was actually charismatic.
Yeah, you did give a good reason.
Okay, gotta pick future fights more carefully than that.
And then you just see like this blood pool ooze up from the ground as you see Envy, and she's just like wearing this robe, and she just looks so sad. She's just like pooey. Bye.
Let's go.
Yeah, we should go. I get dressed in actual clothes, and then
I hate to see you go, but I love you when you walk away.
You
why
are
do you
disgusting.
care about me? Like you barely know me.
Because it's fun. And fun is all I get to do these days. Everybody has to be so serious.
Balin, you have a duty to uphold with her. So enjoy your Hellraiser moment.
Phelan, don't agree to anything. You haven't done it yet. Don't. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it.
Just take your time. Just take all the
How
time you
afraid
need.
do you look when you say that?
He's like his words are like he's like still suffering the effects of losing a permanent willpower.
pretty frazzled.
You know, buddy. I put a hand on his naked shoulder. It was nice knowing you. Good luck.
Your hand kind of like goes into shadow.
Ugh. Good luck.
Maybe I should just meditate in the abyss for a week. It might actually turn out better than anything I do here.
So, you are driving up to Kern River Valley, to the area where you discovered that there's possibly this ancient tribe of vampires that were here before, any of the New World settled. And a lot of it is under their historical mine towns that have been kind of overlaid on them. So there's no real sanction this is Native American lands. It's just kind of what you pull up from the information that Valen discovered. So there's one particular mine in the Kern River Valley that is, let me see. Nope, that's Google Drive, not Google Maps. I want Google Maps, not Drive. Yes. You get to, it's a route, there's it's off the beaten path. You go up to 178, and you literally take this Pyramid Road, and then Pyramid Road all the way out to this flat lookout area, Oak Flats, and then you are continuing out in the middle. It's just nowhere. It's you're in the middle of nowhere, basically. Just mountain ranges, and you have to get to a place called Baker's Peak. And Baker's Peak has this old mining town settlement, and that's
Is
where...
it named after the original Kirk, the guy Bakersfield's named after?
Yep.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's you get all the way to Kernville, Warford Heights, and you go all the way up north, and you're in the Sequoia National Forest, and you have to get to this peak, this lookout, or
wait, how far away is this?
This is pretty...
I was kind of under the impression this was really close.
No, not at all.
A couple hours.
It's about 2-hour drive to get
that's
there,
not too bad.
Because it's 45 minutes to get to... Well, depending on our friends that live up in the mountains, they say it takes 45 minutes to get up to Lake Isabella. It takes realistically, it takes about an hour. And then from Lake Isabella, you have to go another 45 minutes up, and then you're just in mountains. Just complete mountain ranges. And you're just, at this point, there's no more road. There's just dirt paths. So you can't even take the car to this point. You have to just hike along.
I let my eyes go black so I can see the dark.
Okay. He's doing that. He's Dustin's he's doing that thing again.
It just lets me see in the dark.
Yep. That's what they all say. And soon enough, you'll just be wrapping yourself in, tucking yourself in the abyss at night. Trust me, I grew up with Sabbat. All you La Sombra, you all turn out the same.
Hike up the hill, kind of ignore him.
Okay. Give me a wit survival.
Oh my god, are we getting lost in the woods?
Are any of you mountain folk?
No, but we're all... I'm an overconfident vampire, if that counts for anything.
Jeez. I know what to do. I'm a genius at this.
I'm a detective. I got this.
I got this.
What's the difficulty on a wits roll with no skilled survival?
It's 7s.
Okay. I got 1 success.
Okay, so you're moss grows on the north side of trees. I know I'm going north. What about you, Derek?
Did they not just follow me?
Can't they just use GPS or something?
There's no signal up here.
This just said the Monomacy was delayed because one of the contestants got lost in the woods.
Lost in the woods.
I just realized how possible that is to happen. And it's such a stupid thing for a vampire to go through.
Oh, yeah, I could actually do that. Let's do that.
I opened up on accident a book that said cookbook rather than choral book.
Vampire cookbook. Step 1: find victim.
Aw, one success.
So north, it's a clear night, and it's actually, most of the valley has like haze. There's never really a clear night. It's really clear up here. It's really, it's nice. It's like it's a summer evening, so like the stars and the directions. Are you kind of like flying above the forest, or are you kind of grounded?
I'm flying above.
Okay. Let's see. Dustin, on the other hand, he's an Eagle Scout. So he's a little bit more, he's better at this than you guys are. But he also got one success. So he's like, Daddy always made us go to these camp meetings. Us to be proud Americans. I don't remember a goddamn thing. So you guys are like wandering, or like Derek, it's just like trees for miles and miles and miles. There's not really like rock features that are like poking out. Like you do see like cliff sides and stuff where like, the mountain kind of teams off, and then you see cliffs, but it just goes right back into dense forest, and then there's peaks. It's kind of like late into the summer, so a lot of these, the tops of the tree trunks, they're a little bit brown. Fall's going to start setting in soon, so it's starting to get to that season where there's like a really major forest fire that this is all kindling. Essentially, It's about to happen. And then, as for you, Evan, you and Dustin are kind of hanging out on the ground, and then give me a perception alertness.
We're being watched.
Are difficulties?
Difficulties will be, let me check.
I can see in the dark, so
you can see in the dark. That is a good blur of the milky eye. Okay, I gotta roll that. Difficulty 8. Jesus Christ. That is not good. Okay. So, it would be difficulty 8.
1.
Okay. So, you think, and you don't know why, but you think there's something watching you, but you can't quite figure it out. You can't quite picture where it's at. Like, you're like, okay, I think it's in this general area, but I can't know for sure. And you can see in the dark plainly, but you just can't get like a fix on like something is around you.
We're being watched.
I told you there's some spooky ass shit here. And we're kind of deep in it now.
Well, no way to go but forward.
Okay, so you continue going forward, and let's see. Where is, looking at their gifts real quick. Oh, come on. This PDF is just like so slow. Okay. Sorry, it's PDF's taking forever to load. I don't know why it shouldn't take this long. There it is. Do they have anything cool? Okay. No. Okay, and so I gotta check one more thing. Okay. You see this like giant wolf step out. and it's just like but the crazy thing is it has horns that curls.
Like ram's horns.
Yeah. And it is just
It's
like
the bad kind of werewolf.
and it's
Or
just
was it
like
Spiral Dancer.
No. Oh, yeah, okay. It's not so bad, but I mean,
and he's just like snarling. And then you hear, like, you see Dustin just like, he just runs up in front of you and he's like, he starts going like, bow? and it's like,
Are you flying, Deck?
bow,
Yeah.
wow, wow, wow?
oh Christ.
It don't want us here. It's giving us a warning. Leader, what do we do?
Is Dustin talking to me? Is it
Yeah.
Dustin or?
Yeah, he's talking to it.
So is it saying we can't go any farther?
He says he wants us to leave. He's giving us a warning.
So we come in peace. We just want to visit these caves, and then we'll leave.
Bow, wow, 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 wow. That's a no.
Can we bargain? Does he want anything?
Bow, wow. And then all of a sudden you just hear like Dustin just get like dragged into the forest. Like something just leaps and he's just like, ah!
Wait, like the person we were talking to, or not the person we were
Not the
talking
person you're
to?
talking to. Like something else bites him and just drags him into the forest. Like, ah!
Does the werewolf look surprised or no?
Nope.
Okay, can I react before this like all happens? Like before he just gets
Nothing's
dragged away?
happening.
Or before he gets dragged away, can I
No.
do anything?
Nope.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna need him back.
It like starts transforming into a big wolf as it's like lumbering towards you.
Oh, like it's going Cryonoswarm?
Yeah, it's like walking towards you.
I'll drop in front of him.
You drop right in front of him.
I'm gonna do the Arms of the Abyss.
All right, initiative. Everyone roll initiative.
This is
Actually,
turning into a fight.
All I say is we're not here to fight.
Give me
Okay, then I'll stop before I do it.
give me a charisma, empathy, difficulty.
Okay, why didn't I
9s.
get any? Why did
Let's
we...
do this again.
Because you're a pasty little fucking detective, and he's a
Because
goddamn
you
big
reek-
gargoyle.
You reek of the worm.
I also look like just a monster with black veins, and my eyes are
Yeah,
like
you
pitch
reek
black.
of the worm.
Damn. I was gonna say, well, I am part gangrel, but I don't have fucking animalism, so it doesn't really help here. Difficulty 6s?
9s.
9s?
You want to spin a wolf?
Is this where 3 of my
You know
pack
what? Let's
members
continue.
die?
Let's continue the charismatic wall. I'm gonna spin a willpower. Holy
Why?
shit!
Wow.
2. We're here to find evidence of a demon.
Probably should have opened with that one.
Demon.
Infernal.
What business did the leech have with a malicious spirit?
We suspect one of our own made a deal with one.
Which?
The one called Greed.
Wait, was he talking about the name of the demon or the name of the vampire?
Let's just
He,
play along.
he has like a satchel by him as he he holds up his hand, and then he grabs a satchel, and then he reaches inside, pulls out a book, like a notebook, and then he very carefully with like his 2 fingers opens it, and then he holds out a picture, a hand-drawn picture of greed.
I slowly take it and look, and then show it to Evan.
I mean, yeah, that's greed.
That one. Is he your ally?
We thought he was.
At one point.
If he's been
I
corrupted
give the book back to him.
If he's been corrupted by a demon, then he's not. That's what we're here to find out.
He is summoning Bane spirits. We did not know your kind could tamper with the spirit world. The Umbra is full of denizens that your kind should not have any part in.
If it makes you feel better, we didn't know that vampires could do that either.
It's because you're all blight on Gaia's surface. So what business do you have here?
We seek physical evidence
of
his tampering.
His tampering is everywhere!
Yeah, well, the other vampires in his pack can't see into the spirit world. That evidence means nothing to them.
I don't need your evidence. I feel it. I can hear the cries of the spirits being drawn. The murder of crows being harvested in the land. And the darkness swelling underneath it.
I'll be honest, I don't care about the spirit world, and so I would very much like to just let you have it. So if we find any evidence, he will be killed, and he won't mess with the spirit world
anymore.
Make
a rage check.
Oh my god. I literally just said I just want him to have control over the spirit world because I don't care.
Yeah, you kind of have... Oh, shit.
He got 1 success.
Yeah, he got 1. It's the fact It's the fact that you said you don't care about the spirit world or anything like that.
Okay, apologies. What I meant was, I believe you and your kind should have control over the spirit world.
Tree, and then he starts raking his claws on the tree.
Look, if we find evidence, he'll be killed, and you won't have to worry about his influence anymore.
You plan on killing him?
Yes. And who he serves.
What does he serve?
We don't
Drepidon.
know.
He raises his eyebrow when he hears that. Drepidon.
The thousand-eyed monster.
The spirit of old.
You know him?
My family has fought him for eons. And then the white man came and bolstered his power.
Do you recognize this? I roll up my sleeve and show him the tattoo.
Okay, he pounces on you.
Oh my god.
He pounces on you, holds out your hand and just looks at it, just like...
Okay, I'm not gonna attack him. I'm just gonna be okay.
I'll pop for feral claws just in case.
You hear a rack, like a gun rack, like a... I wouldn't be... Let him do what he needs to do.
He could look as much as he wants.
You know of Talakankin, or...
Yeah, I met him.
The Avatar of the Shadow.
We met in the Abyss.
Are you his
He told me it was...
ancestor?
I didn't think so. I don't know, maybe. We belong to the same bloodline, though.
picks you up.
Like I said, we come in
He
peace.
reverts to a human form. He's probably in his early 30s, late 20s, kind of rugged looking native. The girl is like blonde hair, blue eye, curly hair, wearing Daisy Dukes. She has like a chest tattoo, piercings. And then all of a sudden you see like this guy, like you see Dustin and he's completely like thrashed and like torn, and he just like drops him, and he's like this like very skinny hillbilly looking dude, like, but he has like permanent fangs sticking out, like he just has like permanent like canines. And he has like a little bit of hair features on his face, and he has like a "Make America Great Again" T-shirt or like hat on.
Was that necessary?
Or no, it doesn't. No, so it kind of throws you off because you think it's "Make America Great Again," but it says "Make Gaia Great Again."
I point to Dustin. Was that necessary?
Well, I don't like vamps, especially vamps that are wandering in our lands.
We're here to help you.
Help? Vamps don't help. Vamps complicate things.
We want to kill Drepidon.
Oh, you want to kill Drepidon? What's a Drepidon? And then, so the Native American's like, it is an ancient foe of my people. We have been combating and sealing away this ancient manitude for eons, but as of late, as people started cultivating here, and corporations and fervor and greed and lust filled the lands rather than the bounty of life, Drepidon's roots spread, and we have no way of combating him. It is one of the worm's finest creations. So what you're saying is it's kind of a lost cause. So can we just kill them now? He may. This thing was created to make them their plaything. Drepidon only wishes to corrupt mortals and leeches. He does have no effect on us, but one of your kind has been corrupting the spirits in the servitude of Drepidon.
Like I said, we'd like to stop that.
Well, you let us know where he's at, and we'll kill him. It is our duty. It is my sworn duty to protect the spirits, and further corruption can be halted.
Yeah, I'm afraid we can't tell you where he's at.
Why?
Well,
and then you hear another rack. You're not in a really good place to negotiate here.
Well, I don't know where he's at.
Because
personally.
just like you, we have our own traditions. And
yeah, but
one we need to uphold.
You guys are a bunch of blood-sucking monsters. At least we have, like, I don't know, some gumption.
Putting our traditions aside, we don't even know where he's at. We know we'll have a meeting with him in the future, but we don't know where that will be at.
I smell a connection.
Between what?
Between this one that you call greed and you.
His childer, which is a vampire he sired, is a member of our pack. She hates him more than anyone.
They all kind of, like, they have no idea what that means.
Okay, so, like, how do you make werewolves? How does that work? Do you, like, bite someone and they turn into a werewolf? Or, like, do you have kids and they're werewolves?
The hillbilly's like,
oh, shit.
Oh man, I wish.
No offense, man. I don't understand.
No offense, man. I wish it was that easy. No, we're born.
Okay. In a sense, he gave birth to her. He created her from a human.
Oh.
He bit a human and turned her into a vampire.
So you passed your disease onto her.
Okay, I didn't do it. He did. I have not done that to anyone.
Got it. So.
But she hates him more than anyone I've ever met. I think more than you. So.
I don't hate him. I loathe him.
Well, she wants him dead as much as you. So how about we go with that?
So. All this
That's the connection you're smelling.
All this aside, what business you have in our lands then?
Well, because of this, I show the tattoo again. And I know that there used to be native tribes in the caves up here. I thought, and I know that there was a chance they may have been corrupted by something.
What you seek is no more.
Even if there's no evidence on this plane, there may be some in the abyss.
Nope. But
did you go to the abyss?
He's like, wait, abyss?
Yeah.
You travel to the abyss.
That's where I met Hatala. Oh my god, I can't pronounce his name. That guy. Hatalakin. That's where I met him. Or his shade, anyway. That's where he gave me the tattoo.
Fine. Keep up.
Follow. Is Dustin okay?
He's torpid.
Oh my god.
I'll carry him.
Okay, yeah, let's just do that.
And then the girl, like, don't try any funny business now. I got special rounds for y'all.
Incendiary?
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
Yeah, that doesn't work on me.
What, you fireproof or something?
Yeah. Exactly.
Goddamn. Are you really a vampire? All right. Back at the club, you're being instructed in all these ways, and then all of a sudden, like, greed busts in.
Get the fuck out of my club.
Oh, I just wanted to see how it was all going.
Get the fuck out of my club.
How about you suck my dick?
Get the fuck out of my club, you piece of shit.
How about you lick my balls on top of that?
Leave, dominate.
Okay.
You have one level of dominate.
Oh, yeah,
also,
that would be Gen check, yeah.
No, she dialed to go down again.
What's your generation?
I am level, or generation, I was just looking at this as a matter of fact. Like, 9?
Yeah.
Oh, then I need to increase my generation, because I only have it at 2. I'm at 3 then.
Well, you started at 2, but you diabolized down.
Okay, so
you don't add dots to generation.
I could dominate greed, so she should be able to.
Yeah, so his
willpower's like 8, so good luck, but...
I'm still going to try. Yeah.
Low willpower.
Yeah, I am. I hate him so much, and if I can actually get away with this, then awesome.
So roll. It is your manipulation, intimidation.
I got this. I wrote it down. Manipulation, intimidation, which is actually some pretty good skills for me. The whole time you guys were doing that, that's what I was doing, is going over my skills. Where the fuck is intimidation? Investigation. Expression. Oh, there it is. Difficulty what?
Difficulty 8s.
Okay, I'm going to spend a willpower. Does this count as my enchanting voice merit?
Nope.
Okay.
No, that would be presence.
Okay, difficulty 8.
It's manipulation, intimidation, not expression.
Okay, I am spending a willpower point, and I'm rolling, and I'm very glad I spent that willpower point.
Got a 1.
So he's like, 1 success. So he leaves. He walks out.
He's gonna walk right back in. I hope you know.
I know, but I just want him to know that I can.
You should lock the door.
I do.
Really petty.
That is a good idea. No, because then he'll just break the fucking door down. Because he's equally as petty as I am, if not more so petty. And I don't.
You can call the police and report him for trespassing.
And then,
what is the Envy doing while we were having this little pissing contest?
they were, there's like ancient texts in front of you, and you're reading the sermons, and
yeah, I'm very, very into this, trying not to get bored because my character's never been good with studying.
She's like you can't really tell, but she's just like she's like really close to you, and like you can just feel her like slowly.
How much she wants to get inside of me in a non-sexual but absolutely pervasive and fuck up my mind forever kind of way. Yeah.
Like she's like lowers your bra strap down. She's like, oops, like just like she just has no shame whatsoever.
I could have just promised her Jessica. Would fucking with Jessica instead of me make you happy? I don't care about her mental state.
She looks over and like
Tiffany, Annabelle.
She's not malleable enough.
I hope that she overhears me saying that.
Oh yeah, she's like completely scared out of her fucking mind.
Oh, you'll be fine.
She's a human that has witnessed both Tenebra's form, blood form, inky darkness. She's slowly unraveling a little bit.
I'd give her a cup of blood.
No, that's what's keeping her together is her infatuated love for you. Yeah. That's the only thing she wakes up for is the fact that she's in love with you.
Okay, well, here's some blood. Continue to be in love with me.
So...
And hide, because Greed's here.
Have you taken into consideration...
Yes, I'd say looking...
Cooper's going to lose.
Of course I've taken in consideration that Cooper's going to lose. I don't want him to lose, but logically, he's going to lose.
So, what then?
Then he dies, and my life continues.
It's a very, very apathetic way of handling things. You could embrace loss. You can conquer it. There's other ways of taking pain into you rather than just letting it be.
You see, I actually don't really feel as much for these people as that I let on at times. It's my job to let them know that I have some sort of emotional attachment so that they'll continue to work towards me like we are friends. At the end of the day, if he dies, if Deck dies, if you die, if she dies, I don't care as long as I live.
Okay, I'm just going to point you to my champion for this fight out of spite.
My character is coldly logical, so...
She is coldly logical. She does have that merit. She's like, that's very astute of you. That's a very... That is idealistically what we want.
It is Sabbat. Unfortunate. I have grown accustomed to Cooper and to Deck and to Dustin, but...
The Valkyrie is very... It's a double...
I look at her like, you... Okay. Not gonna say anything.
The Valkyrie is a double-edged blade. It forces us to bond, and even though you've rationalized this out of your mind, you will feel pain. You will feel pain like no other.
Then won't it be pleasant for me to feel something?
I can help you embrace that pain.
I would rather not.
It gives you power.
I am interested.
So much power.
How does embracing the pain of death of a comrade give me power?
It's a metamorphosis. It's a change, not only on the psychological but the spiritual change. The mystic ties that bond with each other suddenly sever. You are left with this empty void in your undead life. It must be filled. It must be changed. It must be hardened. Catalyst must be implemented. And in that catalyst, something stronger emerges out of the loss.
Is this a ritual?
Yes. Very, very personal ritual.
Are you just looking for more ways to fuck with me?
Oh, I've already thought of 100 ways to fuck with you.
All right. Tell me this ritual.
And she proceeds to tell you of a ritual of loss, of the ways of sorrow. It is a ritual that is a cold done ritual. You can't perform it yourself, but you can help her perform it.
What page is it? Is this still 205 or 405?
No, this is it's in another book.
Okay.
So I will post it later, but it is basically she will take your pain and suffering and then manifest it in a way that is beneficial to you.
Jessica erased the tapes for the past few hours.
She's like, yes, ma'am. And Les is like, oh dear. Looks like you've already convinced her to forget them all. I mean, we might need somebody to replace Greed too.
That will be me.
Oh, so you want to be the new Greed.
Of course. I've realized that there's no point in living our undead life if we don't collect power. For if the stories are true and the Ancient Ones arise, then it doesn't matter how separated we are, or it doesn't matter how together we are. The only thing that matters is the own individual's power. And I will be one of the most powerful vampires to ever live. It's just going to take time.
Wow. I wish Cooper had your initiative.
Cooper is like a little brother. He is full of adventure, though he doesn't know it, and he still has a lust for life. I had no life to lust after, and I have no life to lust after on undeath. We'll either unite our people under my rule someday, our rule, the Sabbat, of course, or I will have enough power on my own to survive when the true evil tides turn.
The end times. Oh, the end times. He's like, and Envy's like, isn't this just so much fun, just us girls?
It is. Isn't it great? Would you like something to drink? I have many retainers on hand.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'll just think of you. I can't feed off mortals anymore.
Oh, would you like some of my blood?
Maybe.
I put a cup there just for her if she's interested. I put in a fancy cup to make her feel fancy. I take one of our crystal glasses that we serve for like our most expensive alcohol.
Unfortunately, is when you are as old as me, mortal thirst is no longer subsumes my undead. So what I do is I have Gluttony go out and procure Vitae. He stores it in his body, and then I nourish off him.
Oh. How thoughtful.
Well,
my character says devoid of any actual emotion in the thought of thoughtful.
He's a puppy dog. He's a cute little puppy dog. It's terribly sad what happened to his
Ritual?
Yeah, he teaches you the ritual.
Okay.
It's basically an extension of the Way of Sorrow. And if he were to die, you will get a portion of his power.
Okay. I erased Evan, just so you know, I erased the tapes of me saying all that awful stuff about you guys, so...
So you get to the caves, Evan. This, like, abandoned mine town. And, it looks pretty... I mean, there's not even, like, government chain link fence. It's like a ghost town. There's just, like, there's a sign posted. This used to be a miner's town. Obviously had like a population of like, dozen or so settlers, and then once the floods came in and once the dam was built, this place had to be shut down. You're muted, by the way.
So these are the caves?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We can go in alone, or you can come with us, whatever you want to do.
We're here to watch. You don't do anything to defile Gaia.
Hold up my hands. I'll wait for them to lead.
No, they're just like at the end of the dirt road, and they just watch you walk into this ghost town. There's like a bunch of mine shafts that are kind of like they're boarded up. But there's one mine shaft that isn't boarded up.
The shafts that are boarded up, how long does it look like they've been like that? Like, do they just look ancient?
Like old, like not old, like centuries old, but like
long enough that it makes sense that they were boarded up and then forgotten.
Yeah, like probably the 50s or 60s or so.
All right, walk into the open one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's immediately horrific. There's like all this blood on the wall. of like all these signs and sigils and all these, things that are being drawn on the walls that you don't really make any sense. It's like it doesn't look like it's native. It just looks like some person like finger painted like all this stuff with blood.
Take up my phone, click, get evidence. Does my tattoo feel weird?
Nope. But Derek is glowing.
So, Jack, have you figured out why this happens?
No.
So, like, can we figure out how far away? Like, can we just like try to find the line where like Deck's not glowing, Deck's glowing?
No, the moment he walks into this cave, he starts to glow.
Okay.
He starts to glow with like a white, pale aura. Like the runes are like whitish.
Has that color happened before?
No.
Okay.
I look at the werewolf.
No, they didn't follow you. They're just like
okay.
They're waiting outside. They're making sure that like you don't do anything stupid and run away.
Got it. Well, yeah. Just go deeper.
Do I recognize any of these symbols?
They seem supernatural because he's radiating some like mystic ability.
Can I roll intelligence occult?
Yeah. Difficulties is 8.
Two successes.
You don't know it because you don't have any idea what could be, but it's definitely a mystic language of some sort because you're something deep down inside of you is very afraid of it. Like almost the core of your being is afraid of it.
I catalog all the different symbols. Do we see any of the bodies that made them? Or is it just blood?
Just blood.
Keep going. Is the whole cave like this?
Yeah.
Anything interesting?
And then there is one symbol that both of you see, and immediately you have to make a willpower check.
Difficulties
is... Oh, wait, no, I have to roll my willpower. Hold on. It's not you. What is your current willpowers?
4. I should just spend XP.
So 4s?
Yeah,
so both
5
of you take 2 ag as there is a symbol of which is blazing in your mind's eye, that when you see it, it emits great terror and fear, and it is benevolent and powerful, and you are just completely just like, holy shit, that is like the sign of God.
I'm assuming we run away.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay, have you ever seen anything like that before?
Like truly, like a sign of God. Like you walked in on like holy ground.
Can I remember the symbol well enough to like draw it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cross.
Does it look... That's it?
Yeah. It's a very, it's a cross with like, it's like a finger painted cross. But that symbol represent like the intent behind that symbol is what brought out this like unholy or no, this holy wrath in it. Is like you.
Was it also drawn in blood?
Yes.
Okay, so are these symbols like not demonic? Did my occult tell me if these symbols were? So they may not be demonic.
They're not demonic, but they're of otherworldly like properties. But you know sure that it's not demonic.
Deck, I'm gonna go into the abyss, see if I can see anything different. I'll be right back.
Enjoy.
So I stand dramatically for like 10 minutes while I slowly fade into the abyss.
Okay. You fade into the abyss, and then you come to this dark passing, and the cave is like you're in the abyss, but there's a light that's blinking off in the distance.
Look around at the walls, still have the symbols on them?
Yeah.
Or are they okay? I head towards I carefully go to where the like cross is, and
Okay.
I want to make sure it's not going to affect me in the abyss.
So you are walking towards the light as like you see this sort of story play out. Like the walls are becoming animated, but it's like you see a man charging down a mountain, and he is like cutting down these natives with the rapier, and then you are like you're like there's like skin, your face is starting to like peel away as like you're getting burned, but you don't really notice like the pain that's inflicted on your body because you're so entranced by this light. This light is like filling you, and the abyss is slowly being pushed away from you.
So I don't notice that?
You don't, because you don't feel it. You just
Okay.
enthralled by this like power that is like emitting.
Light bad.
And you see this guy being like cutting down on horseback, and it looks like this gentleman here that I'm about to show. This man.
Oh my god. Do I know that's the prince?
Yeah. And with him is this man. And then on the hilltop, you see this woman.
Oh, hey, I remember her.
And she's crying, and she's holding a book.
Okay, literally every time I've seen her, she's been crying.
Yeah. And you
Can
just
I read
see
the book? Like the title?
it says the American. It's an I can't even pronounce it. Like what's the Evangelion like American Bible.
It's evangelical.
Evangelical,
Evangelion is an
yeah.
anime.
Evangelical Bible of America.
Okay.
So it's like a very patriotic version of the Christian Bible. Because it even has like the red, white, and blue. Like it has like a red, white, and blue binder. Like leather bound. Like stitched into it. And
So the cam drove out the natives.
and they're just getting decimated. And then you see this guy who is trying his best to like save them. Like he's trying to like tell them to run away, and he has like gangrel claws popped out, and he's just like fighting these human soldiers that are basically accompanied with the 3 Camria Canites or kindred.
So ghouls, probably.
Yeah, ghouls and stuff. And he's just fighting them, and he's just getting just overrun. And then he eventually gets like speared, and then just he falls down a cliff into the Kern River.
He's clearly still alive.
And then you see his body sort of wash up, and you see her kind of pull the spear out and is like trying to, like, she cuts her wrist, drinks the blood, he comes out of it and is immediately like crying, like just crying crimson, just like going like just, and you're like there, and he's like, why did they do this? And it's like, because they do not know what they do, but we the Sabbat, we understand that their plight, that their ivory tower will fall. It won't be today, it won't be tomorrow, but decades from now, Lilith will rise, and her brood will empower us, and we will take revenge for you. You just simply must embrace the mother's will. And then you see this guy kind of step out of like the shadows, same way that like Sloth kind of steps out of the shadows, like obviously from the underworld, and he's like, that is right, Brew. We are all brothers and sisters. You of the Gangrel, you know that we serve the mother, the Dark Mother.
I've never seen this guy, right?
No.
Okay. But he's South African?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just kind of see
Frankie? Who was the other South African guy we met?
No, that fucking Frankie is just like a Detroit white trying to be black dude.
Yeah, who was the South African guy we met? Because there was a South African.
That's him,
right?
Cornelia, this guy.
Oh, so we did meet him.
Yeah, you did meet him.
Okay.
And it's like, it is fine. And then you see this guy, and he's like, don't worry. We'll get revenge for my father's actions.
Oh, man. Plot twist.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do I know that's Gideon?
No, you don't know at all. But Evan, you are like, no!
Well, at least he doesn't hate me in particular this time.
Yeah. And then the white light disappears, and you are like still crawling towards something, and then you see her. You see her, and she's like,
who?
This girl. She's in the cave with you. She's like,
okay.
He has to close all those windows that pop up, and when you say, and if he hasn't done it, then when you say her, it doesn't pop up because it's already up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Amelia.
Yes.
Oh dear. You strained yourself far too hard.
Who are you?
Like half your body is gone. You're like,
oh my god, do I just now notice that?
Yeah. You're like, all your face is like completely like singed, and like half of your body is completely just like dissolved. Like, and like you've just been crawling this entire time with your hand, like fucking Anakin Skywalker coming up on the fucking volcano. That's what you look like right now. You look like fucking Anakin Skywalker.
I have to know. I have to have proof of Drepidon.
Drepidon cannot be stopped.
I don't need to stop him. I need to stop the ones he's corrupted.
Unfortunately, he must remain. It is not his time to be seen. He has not gathered enough strength. He will just slip away into the abyss. And who knows what happens in the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years. Will all this be annihilated in nuclear waste? Will all this be under a new regime? No, I will not stand by. You must be taught. You must be taught the ways so that you can save not only the people you care about, but yourself as well.
Teach me.
She like pulls you over. Steak.
Well, I mean, I can't do anything, so.
What do you do, Derek? He's like,
I guess I'm shooting the shit with the guys outside.
so they obviously, like, the girl seems very, she kind of lights a match and throws it at you just to see if you are fireproof, and like it hits your skin and just goes ping. It's just like,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, usually you kind of go up like kindling.
I'm not like them.
And then the native dude is like, obviously, you are not like them.
We are, well, my kind is created as a servant.
You are a servant to the leech.
I'm afraid so. But I broke my bonds.
So you are a free monster then.
For the time being.
Drebadon corrupted one of ours once. He was very powerful. He has fled into Malfen. When the time comes, he will return. I don't think we have the power to stop him. We are very small. There's the three of us, and then there are a few wolves scattered about. Well, don't forget about the coyote.
Coyote.
Don't worry about it.
Hmm.
He's either a servant of destiny or the fool's errant.
If the time comes, or when the time comes, is it possible for us to set our differences aside to fight along each other?
Maybe. Your friend, I do not sense him anymore.
He went into the abyss to find out more.
It's very rare, even for our kind, to venture into the abyss. It has properties, malform, corruption, deception.
I've always been told never to get into a staring contest with it.
Well then.
I'm gonna be disappointed if none of them got that.
Well, like, how long do you wait, Derek?
How long has it been?
It's like a couple hours.
Do you think he...
Like, Dustin finally goes, oh my god, oh god, it bit me.
You're awake.
Yeah, I'm awake. Why haven't they killed us yet?
Because we're... truce for now.
Where's the detective?
He went into the abyss inside the mine.
And?
He's been there for hours.
Kind of like pops his leg back into place, spends blood to heal like the few lethal he had, but he still has a few ag on him. Well, dude, it's almost sunrise. Are we just gonna wait out here or what?
Actually, I look at... I don't want to leave him.
And then all of a sudden,
Actually,
all of you, feel his bomb break.
oh. That's bad.
I kind of look around in the club like, what was that? Did you feel that?
Yes, I did.
What was that?
Cooper.
Cooper what?
Cooper has been destroyed.
That's unfortunate.
At least
He
you
owns
have to
the
worry about
club.
the fight.
He didn't write a will.
You're right. The dead vampire didn't worry about his will.
That's okay. I can pretend to be you with Mask of 1,000 Faces.
There's actually like a pain that like erupts in both of you, in all of you.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
my character is
like it's the mystic blood bond. It breaks.
What did she do?
What did she do, Evan? What did she?
Because she just staked me. If she was gonna kill me, she just would have cut my head off.
That's true. What did she do? That will be for later to find out. As Evan has been slipped away.
Oh, look, I was right. I was disappeared into a different dimension.
Has been slipped away into what appears to be the form of light. Light has purified him or has destroyed him. We do not know where the light will show in him. But we know...
I come back as like a human with like light powers.
But we know that Evan's bonds have been broken and he is no longer amongst the Sabbat. So, thank you, Evan, for playing. It's been fun. It's been real fun. But you had... we don't know what happened to him. I know what happened to him. And I'm not going to tell Evan what happened to him until he comes back. So, when that time comes, you will know. All of you will know. But for the most part, thank you for playing, Evan.
Thank you for having me.
So, with that, thank you guys so much for being here. I did produce. I turned off your camera just to be like dramatic.
You're
like,
dead.
You're dead. We don't know if he is dead or not. You just know that you can just assume 99% can just assume that when somebody's bond is broken, they are destroyed.
Yep.
But Evan, you are not destroyed, but you do not know what has happened to you. You do not know what is happening to you, and that is going to be the mystery for another day.
Is this actually something in the books, or is it something you made up?
It's in the books. So with that, thank you guys so much. We're going to be doing the post wrap-up show. By the way, I want to apologize. YouTube has been really fucking lame these past couple days. I tried uploading all of the one-on-one episodes, including the post-show episodes, but YouTube, in its infinite wisdom, has decided to cancel all my uploads. So I do apologize for people who are actually supporting the Patreon. I'm going to get those up as soon as possible. We're going to do a one-on-one downtime session with every single one of these guys, including Evan. Evan's last one-on-one. And yeah, it was really awesome. Thank you, Evan, for being part of this chronicle. You are still part of this chronicle, but you are in spiritual limbo, as it were. And I have big plans for you when you decide to come back. He might not be the same person that he was, but it's definitely going to be interesting.
If he comes back as another gargoyle, that'll be super funny.
I don't think she's a Tremere.
No.
I don't know what she is. If she's using god magic.
That would be called true faith.
Can vampires have true faith?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they can.
If a vampire has true faith, does that cancel? Can you not use true faith against them?
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I've seen it done in LARPs all the time.
So, with that said, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Evan, especially. We're going to do the post-show wrap-up. I'm going to put all these videos out on Patreon soon. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go to patreon.com/outofordershow, where you can be part of a roleplay experience. We have one-on-one downtime exclusives, which each and every single character's here. We have post-show wrap-ups, which I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be like, what the fuck is happening to Evan? And I will give a tease on who is going to be replacing him next week.
I know who it is.
You already know who it is.
I already know who it is.
All right. Well,
they couldn't keep their big mouth shut. Doc from experience.
Anyways, take care, guys. Have a great time, and we'll see you next week. See ya. Bye.
Bye.